Hi everyone, thanks for coming along. Kevin here from the Online Visibility Agency, and it's great to see you. So today we're going to look at websites. We're going to talk about websites, and this is going to be part of a series that I do. We're going to look at some of the stuff that goes wrong on websites and some of the stuff that is really awesome on a website. So today we're going to look at a couple of points that are really big. What the hell were you thinking when you did this on your site or didn't do it? And this is, for me, really, really crucial because websites are fantastic. I love a website. I love a business website. They serve a purpose. They're your worker. You know, they work 24/7 for you. And they're as good as we want to make them, and they're as rubbish as we want to leave them. And everything in between. So we have complete control over how our website is, especially if we're a small micro business and we're in control of these things. As you become more corporate and bigger and all of that, it becomes a bit different. But for the small business world, which is what I talk to, that's the people that we help and serve, business websites are an amazing thing. So, but I see stuff go wrong all the time, and I see web developers doing this. I see people doing this on their own, and I just sit there and I'm like, what were you thinking? What is going through your brain when this happens or doesn't happen? So I just want to do a little sequence for you, and then you can give me your thoughts and let me know. And we'll do this over a period of time, and we'll show you some awesome stuff as well. So let's look at the first thing. And this has been such a growing trend at the moment. I have no idea why people are doing it. It drives me mad when I think about it, and it makes my blood boil. I just want to reach out to people and go, why are you doing that? Social media. We love social media. It serves a purpose. It does its job. It builds relationships. We direct them to our website. We want them to go and have a look on our website, find what they're looking for, maybe read more information, understand our service a bit better, maybe fill out a form or whatever it is they want to do. What we don't want to do is go out into search, into Google, Yahoo, Bing, or whatever, social media, and go, hey, yeah, come and look at my website. It's really, really awesome. And then right at the very top, we have our social media icons that basically says, thanks, but no thanks. Now bugger off back to social. It's a new thing people have started doing. I don't know whether this is a template thing that people are getting off of some of these pre-built sites or what, or web developers think it's a great. I know one web developer that thinks it's a great idea. I think it's lunacy. Your social media stuff is always in as an afterthought on a website. It's at the very, very bottom of a footer. It's on maybe at the very end of a contact page. It's never on your homepage at the top where critical information should be kept, because you spend all that time getting someone there, and the first thing they're going to be fronted with is, here's my Facebook, here's my LinkedIn, here's my YouTube, here's my X, here's my whatever. Go on, click that and go away again. Makes no sense. It's ridiculous. So look at your website. If you've got social media icons running along the top of your website, have a word with yourself, have a word with your developer, get them removed, because it completely destroys the whole purpose of you getting visitors to your site. Okay. When you're on your site, we want them to do stuff. We want them to navigate around your site, stay on your site, find the information they're looking for, maybe call you, email you, message you, understand your business a bit more, whatever it may be. What we do not want them to do is to come on your site and then leave your site. One, it makes no sense. Two, bounce rate goes up. What's a bounce rate? It's when someone comes on your site and then immediately leaves again. That's a bounce rate. We don't really want that because it doesn't keep anybody very happy. Makes their site look rubbish. Makes the search people think actually they've landed and then they've gone off because they're in the wrong place. So we're not going to get you found for maybe what they've looked for. So it doesn't make any sense. Second thing is neglecting the top part of a website in its entirety. So we call it the above the fold of the site, and it's sort of the top third, if you like. Normally we have a big hero image or whatever it is, some form of navigation, stuff like that. And this is the first part that people will see when they land on your, let's say, your homepage, as an example. So how is that represented immediately? Now, you may have some really cool stuff on your homepage. You may have some great stuff rolling down the page, and you look at it and you go, oh, it's really brilliant. I've got this amazing video. It's 2/3 of the way down. But if that first part first top part of the site isn't captivating enough to make them scroll, then you're in trouble because everything else below it is meaningless. So you've got to really nail that top part of what it is that you want people to do. Now, often people will have an image with maybe an opt-in straight away, which is great. Often along the top now we see with the menu, and you always should have a menu there because that's sort of, what do you want? Do you want to contact me? Do you want to buy this? Do you want to look at that? Whatever. I want to navigate you around. But also maybe a phone number or an email or something like that, because going against the thing with the social media images, there's no commitment there. It's they come on your site, you'll go, bye, go off over there, back on social, and you can forget about me. This super fast tracks people to actually making contact and a commitment to you. So if you've got an email address up there or a phone number, often both, in your header, then people will go, oh yeah, actually, I don't need to look for this. I just want to contact you. So I'm going to contact you with your email or phone you. Brilliant. Next part down underneath the header, we called it a hero image or video. Videos are great. I love a video. I'll watch it. So you've got to be careful how it renders on mobile, because it might look a bit bad on mobile. It might not quite have the same look. But having something there which is really striking, and pay real attention to that, because that has to really get them to the point where they want to either take the action you're asking to. So it might be an image with a sign up box, it might be an image with a call box, it might be your special offer. You know, it could be you're running a promotion at the moment, and it could be, this is my promotion, here it is. Whatever it is, it's got to be really good. But it's also got to lead them into scrolling down to want to find out a bit more. So be really mindful of those. Be mindful of how that's presented on mobile version as well as desktop version. And if you're not sure, it's really simple. Go on a mobile and look. Go on a desktop and look. It's not difficult. The amount of times I see people that have a really awesome looking desktop version, but you go on mobile and it looks complete trash because nobody's bothered to actually switch it over and just have a quick look and see how it flicks over. Not everything on a desktop version will automatically resize perfectly to look good on a mobile version. So make sure that you check that out, because if people are looking on mobile, and let's face it, I'm not going to give you exact numbers. It fluctuates, but let's say 50% of people are mobile users, probably a bit more than that on average. So half your visitors come along on a mobile device of some description. If it's illegible, if it's rubbish, it's not sized properly, it doesn't look good, that's 50% of your visitors that you're basically saying bye-bye to. So make sure you've got it looking good. Make sure that the desktop version is just as good, because people do search on desktop, believe it or not. Desktop is not ancient history just yet. It's still available, and people are still using them. And I'm not just talking about people like me. I'm talking about everyone out there, lots of them. And of course, laptops as well. And we get big laptop screens now. So people are using those as well. They're not just scrolling on a phone. So make sure that you check that out as well. So my 2 points for today are: ditch the social media icons in your header, get rid of it, throw it in a bin, slap your web developer on the wrist if they're the ones that have put it on there, because it's completely against what you want people to do on a website. Check out your hero image, check out your top part of your site. So just look at it yourself. Go and put yourself into your search, go into your URL. What's the first part of the screen that you see on a mobile and on a desktop version? Make sure it's awesome and compelling, does exactly what you need it to as a priority. Email and phone number along with the menu bar at the top, and make sure that it's all mobile optimized as well as desktop optimized. So hopefully you found that useful. Let me know if you want I've got a checklist for you. Let me see if I've got it. Here we go. Checklist. So if you want to go through our checklist, well, it's not really a checklist. It's more like a quiz checklist. You can have that free. Just let me know. Just comment checklist, send me a DM with checklist, and I'll happily ping that over to you. And it will just go through some of the stuff like this to think about with your site, how it's working, how it's operating. Is it doing its job? Is it the lazy employee that sits there and does nothing for you? Or is it a grafter and it's doing really, really well for your business, but could be doing a bit more? Remember, website, you don't have to pay them wages. You don't have to give them tea breaks. They should be doing their job 24/7. They never sleep. So comment checklist, I'll ping that over to you. Wherever you are, just DM or comment. I'll get it over to you. You can enjoy. We'll speak soon.